Hey everybody, Trent here. Betsy's also here.
Am I really?
You're always here. Just doing our monthly check-in here to let everybody know what we've been up to over on our Patreon.
It's still there. We're 6 months in now, Trent.
We are
We've
6 months.
completed
Yeah.
6 whole months of content.
Half a year's content
What
is
the
out there.
hell?
Yeah, I can't believe it's already been 6 months. But Betsy, we want to let everybody know what we've been up to at least for the past month on our other 4 shows over at patreon.com/neverseenitpod.
Well, I don't know about you, but I had a good time this month.
This month was pretty good. For our Never Seen It movie club, we did the movie Margin Call, which is kind of a strange one to throw in there, but we believe that it is one of the best movies that people just don't talk about.
They haven't seen it. So many people I know have never heard of that movie, let alone watched it.
Yeah.
And we personally think it's amazing. And so anything we can do to get even just one person to watch that movie, I'm going to do it.
And for our second week, for Real Love, we covered a banger, Betsy. We watched The Notebook, and I had never seen The Notebook.
Now, the difference with this movie is I think most people have seen The Notebook.
Yeah.
You got to be the exception. And if you want to talk about having a heated debate about the plot of a movie, like a critical plot point to this movie, we had that with The Notebook.
Yeah.
So if you're going to check out anything, that's maybe where you should start if you've watched The Notebook.
You're right. For the third show, we finished out season 2 of Box Set. We watched the third and final entry in the Magic Mike trilogy, Magic Mike's Last Dance.
Which neither of us had seen.
Up
This
to
was
that
a
point,
first time watch for both of us.
And we had to finish it. I
We
mean, we
did.
couldn't just do the 2. After the second one, we really needed to have closure on that character.
I needed to hear Pony just one more time.
And finally, the Wayback Machine sent us back to 1976, which is kind of a banger year for movies. We watched The Omen. For the first time, Betsy and I had never seen The Omen. We don't do a lot of scary movies. And I'll tell you this, spoiler, we really liked it.
We had some really good movie watching and some really good conversations about all of these movies, I feel like.
So go check out all these episodes at patreon.com/neverseenitpod. Right now, we're going to throw in 4 clips from each of the shows. Check these out, but stay until the end of this episode. We're going to tell you what we're going to cover in July. We'll be right back. There wasn't actually a firm exactly like this that got out ahead of things. There were companies and people out there that saw the crisis coming.
They saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah, and they were able to make a lot of money. They were able to get out before they got taken by the tide. But no, this is not actually based on a real company. These are not real people, but there are elements here that the writer of the movie brought in from real people and real events.
This is another movie that if you were around in 2008 and, there was a giant market crash, that happened. But most people couldn't explain it if they wanted to. And, most people refer to The Big Short as the movie that best explains what went down in 2008. But this is definitely another one where it's giving you less of a broad view and more of okay, we're going to funnel it through a fictional organization, a fictional firm, and explain to the guys who are in charge, because they are not there for their brains as far as the numbers are concerned. They are there for other reasons. They do not know what all these analysts and risk management people know. They don't understand it. So you have to explain everything to them as you would a child or someone who doesn't understand. And it's this brilliant technique in this movie where they're explaining it to them, but in turn, they're also explaining it to us, the viewers.
Yeah, and I would say there are 3 movies here that if you really want to have an understanding of the 2008 financial crisis, there are 3 things that you need to watch. Number 1, this movie, Margin Call. Number 2, The Big Short, based on the book by Michael Lewis that was apparently inspired. He was inspired to write that book based on Margin Call, by the way. And the movie Inside Job, which is a documentary about this thing. So you're getting the dramatization of what is happening in the upper echelons of a financial institution with this movie. You get a comedic take with The Big Short, with all of these different companies and different people who saw the writing on their wall in their own way, and that is depicted in a humorous way and in a way that only Adam McKay can present. and you have a documentary that really gets down into the nitty-gritty of the numbers and really what this is all about. I honestly think the entire crux of this movie is on the parents on both sides. It's her parents getting involved and saying, well, mainly her mother. Her mother understands the mindset that she was going through because she went through it herself. So she's the one really getting the father involved because the father is the rich prick who has the cops in his back pocket.
He also has a ridiculous mustache.
Yeah, that too.
He's also weirdly understanding for a lot of this movie. You're right. Mom is the one really driving them apart.
She's the one trying to convince the father to step in.
Yeah, you need to tell your daughter that it's fucking over. And he does agree. Like, he does say it, but he gives the kid a chance at least.
Yes.
Like, he says, bring that young man over. I would like to meet him. And when she's out till 2 a.m, he's not the one saying, young lady, you will never see that boy again.
And he's not like yelling at Ryan Gosling.
No, he says, have a seat. We'll be back with you in a minute.
I'm going to talk to my daughter.
And yeah, it's just, he is very calm about the whole thing because he's the James Marsden. There's nothing wrong with this man.
But the thing that I kept on thinking about, especially early on, when he is just plucked out of his life and brought over to London, is this is kind of, to use a big word here, this is kind of an allegory of millennial culture.
Okay, now we're taking a leap here. Okay.
I've got a point here because I have to apply some kind of logic to this fucking movie. It is the culture of millennial gig. Like, it's the
gig economy.
It's the gig economy. It is the aimless millennial who is stuck in whatever rut that they happen to be in. They've never been able to break away and have their own thing. We're just floating along onto the next thing, onto the next thing, onto the next thing. He was a stripper. He tried a business. It failed. It got some investment from his friends, you know, the kind of like Kickstarter mentality of getting some investment from various people.
You need capital.
Yeah, you need some kind of capital because he can't get it in the normal way because he doesn't.
He has no credit.
He can't hold on a job, so he job hops like the millennials do.
Yeah, we talked about it in the first one. He was a stripper and a construction worker, and he had a furniture business.
And.
In the second one, he's focusing the energy into furniture. But in the third one, they have some passing comment about the pandemic, and the pandemic killed his furniture business.
And all of his friends put money into the business, and he keeps on trying to tell them during this call, I'm going to pay you guys back. I'm going to pay you back. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to pay you guys back for this failed investment.
Yeah, so now he's a 40-year-old bartender for a catering company.
Right.
That's what he does.
That's where I'm coming from here. That's where I have to apply my stupid logic.
Where did you find her? What do you mean? I thought you hired her. These are fucking rich absent parents who don't
from the
parent.
Agency.
They don't parent their child because this is what happens: is you just assume everything is fine with this.
No, they absolutely don't parent their child because they leave the child in a room with a roaring fire. What the fuck?
All the time.
All the time.
He's so cold because he's used to
He's used
temperatures.
to being in hell.
He needs it to be hot in this room. So when she showed up, when this governess showed up, I was like, I don't like this fucking lady.
No, and your theory of when we were watching this movie was completely correct.
Yes.
I, on the other hand, had the assumption that, she is in league with this priest guy, the priest who shows up at his office to say, you need to accept Jesus Christ and drink his blood and eat his flesh.
You thought that she was going to protect him on behalf of the priest.
That's what I thought.
Oh, no.
No, I thought she was there to either influence or do an exorcism or just do something because she was on the side of good, as it were.
Right. Meanwhile, I immediately saw her and I was like, well, this bitch is in with Satan.
This bitch is fucking evil. Yeah. So you were completely right in that case. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I just thought, oh, nice lady. She's there. She looks like we covered The Sound of Music 2 months ago.
All governesses must be nice governesses.
They all come from the nunnery or the convent, or whatever the fuck it is.
Or the agency.
And that, as they say, was June.
What a hilarious and curious time we had.
Indeed. So, Betsy, let's tell everybody what we're going to be doing in July. Our Never Seen It Movie Club entry for the month of July is already out. We covered the movie Twister back from 1996, and I'll tell you this, Betsy and I allowed ourselves to be the most Midwestern we have ever been on any other podcast.
We also geek out a little bit.
We talk about weather a lot in that episode.
Weather and corn.
Sure, there you go. But next up, what are we doing for Real Love, Betsy?
Well, it's July, which means it's time for Wimbledon. So we're watching Wimbledon.
The original tennis romance movie.
I think so. I would have to fact check that. There's been a few, strangely.
And for our third show, we are starting up a brand new season of Box Set. And this one's going to cover the original Mad Max series.
Because we talked about it when we recently watched Furiosa. We have never seen any of the original trilogy in that series.
Yeah, we watched Fury Road and we watched Furiosa, but it's all based on this original trilogy that neither of us have ever watched.
And neither of them have a Fuhrer in them.
Right. And for our fourth show, the Wayback Machine is taking us back to 1964 to cover an Alfred Hitchcock movie of all things.
Yeah, we're going to be watching Marnie. So it's going to be a Sean Connery appearance yet again. And only the second time. We've only covered Last Crusade in the Indiana Jones series.
That's right.
We've never covered any other Sean Connery movies.
And this isn't even a James Bond.
No, this is young Connery while he is James Bond doing not a James Bond movie.
Doing a Hitchcock movie. And I have seen precious few Hitchcock movies, so this is going to be interesting. And by the way, Betsy, there are 5 Wednesdays in the month of July, so you know what that means.
If 4 weeks of content wasn't enough, we have more.
We have more. And we're just going to leave that to be a mystery. We're going to be doing something that we've never done before on any of our other shows. That's where I'm going to leave it.
It's going to be a surprise.
It's going to be a surprise. So again, check all this out at patreon.com/neverseenitpod. $5 a month gets you access to all of July's content, plus all of the content that we have already released in the previous 6 months of this Patreon.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun over there, and we hope that you will sign up. Once again, patreon.com/neverseenitpod, and come have fun with us.
We'll see you over there.